Hey guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another episode of What's in the Press. Well, what is What's in the Press? Well, What's in the Press is my weekly show where I go over all the comic books that I'm working on a week after week. And yeah, I'm a comic book presser, and that's what I'm talking about, the books that I work on every single week. And as you probably know, if you follow me for any length of time, I'm pretty swamped at the moment, and I have selected a good number of books to share with you today to show you exactly what I'll be working on. Well, I've been working on this week. Other books that you're not seeing, but these are some of the ones that are coming up in the next couple of days that I'll be spending some quality time with. Hey guys, if you were at the Robert Meyer Burnett show yesterday on Robservations, I hope you enjoyed that. Congratulations to any of the two winners that won some really awesome Hawkeye comic books. We'll get those off to you as soon as possible. There'll be more draws over at the Burnett Work with me in the coming weeks, so keep your eye on that. And of course, here on my own channel, I have a draw coming up when I hit 1,500 subscribers. Currently, I'm going to be giving out a $250 Comic Doctor gift certificate that can be used for comic book pressing and cleaning or CGC grading. If you want to do just that, you have books that are ready to rock and roll, you can apply it to that as well. And that's going to happen when I hit 1,500 subscribers. But hey, how the heck are you going to actually win? You have to leave comments. You have to leave comments. That's how I pick the winners. And of course, you need to be a subscriber as well too, because without being a subscriber, you can't leave a comment. That's kind of the way it goes. Anyways, guys, enough of that. Let's get going. Some pretty cool books here. The first few books are come to me from Peter out in Kitchener. And this is a pretty neat book. I don't know how well it will. Yeah, it looks pretty good, actually. This is the Venom Lethal Protector #1. Now, usually this book is red. Sometimes you see the variant gold issue. But there's also a black cover. And this black cover is a printing error, but is still very popular with collectors. And this one, I have to say, is in impeccable condition. This may not need any work at all. I have not taken it out to take a closer look just yet, but she is pretty. Wow. And what's nice about this one too is there's very little red. Very little red. Oftentimes when you see the black variant, you might see little hints of red here and there. This one's like pure black, and it's a stunner. So this one's going off to CGC rather quick. Hopefully we get a nice high grade. I say as it stands, without even touching it, a 9.6. I see a little scuff at the bottom right corner here. Geez, it's a black cover. What do you expect? But I mean, it's a pretty book. So very cool. Very cool, Peter. Next we have a slabbed copy of Amazing Spider-Man #1. It's PGX 55. We're going to be cracking this out, doing some work, and hoping for a grade bump, or at least to stay the same. If it stays 5.5 CGC, we'll be happy, right? Anyway, that's another one right there. And next we have another slab book, a Star Wars #1. And this one is the old label. It's a 9.0. And as I look this book over, it's a stunner. It's a stunner. This book is gorgeous. There's no way this is a 9.0. This book is stunning. I am certain that if I took this book out and sent it the way it is, it's going to get a grade bump. But I'm going to look at it closely. If there's any imperfections, you know what? If I do take this out of the slab and it looks fantastic, it'll go to CGC as is. But if I do see anything on this book that can be improved upon, we will make those fixes. We'll do it. What else do we have here? Okay. A lot of books, guys. Lots of books. So next, let me just do some. Okay, let me move these over here. I don't want them to fall over, obviously. From Tony, we have, in Oshawa, we have a nice copy of Fantastic 415. America's Sweetheart, Sunny. You guys met Tony at the claim sale last week. Tony has a lot of awesome Golden Age books and key books. Archie's Pal Jughead, #10. That's pretty cool. And a nice copy of Planet Comics, #61. I'm having a hard time not looking at myself, guys. I know that sounds pretty arrogant, but my hair is so huge. I think it's time for a cut. It's got that whole Elvis thing going on here. Sorry about that. That's how vain I am, I guess. Or how vain I can be. I think this is going, and I'm going to get rid of some of this, too. Anyways, I wish I could turn that off so I wouldn't see myself. I keep getting distracted by all this. Anyways, all right. That was Tony's books, a small order. As you guys know, I'm doing smaller orders. I'm trying to do 1 or 2 smaller orders each week as well. Next, we have a larger order from from Andrew out of Hamilton. And we are now into the July books, my friends, which is awesome. July books. Well, June, July books. Still doing a few June ones, but for the most part, July books. I need another... One sec, guys. There we go. I need somewhere to put the comics when I'm done. Here we go. So here we go. We got Andrew. This is a modern, pretty much completely a modern order. A lot of books here I've seen over on Basement Collectibles page or website. I keep saying page website. Over on Basement Collectibles YouTube channel. Check him out as well, Jordan. Awesome channel. And anyway, so let's go. This is again from Hamilton and from Andrew. So here we go. We got a nice copy of Predator #1. Actually, we have not just one of those. Got 2 more. Oh, wait. And another one. There we go. So 4 copies of Predator #1. Then we have a Predator or Aliens #1. Dark Horse Presents 36. Caligula's Safe. Star Wars Bounty Hunters. And we got a few copies. Let me grab a bunch of these. #1, there's a few of these, I think. At least 3. Or three, yeah. So 3 of these babies. Those are really nice covers. The Boba Fett covers, those are sweet. Out of Body, #1. I'll admit, guys, I don't know much about these modern books. I really don't. But the artwork's fantastic. I'll give you that much. Planet Size X-Men, #1. The Nice House on the Lake. We got quite a few of these. 2, 3 copies for sure. I think there's more, actually. So Nice House on the Lake, number what is it, #1? Book 1, yeah. All right. So if you need a copy of that, hit up Andrew. He's got quite a few. And Andrew's not done. Check this out. A few more of those. Oh, just 3 more. So 6 copies. Nice spec book, obviously. Good for you, Andrew. Welcome to any new subscribers, by the way. I got a bit of a bump last night after Rob's show, so welcome to any new subscribers. And if you're new here, you like comic books, talking comic books, consider subscribing. All right. So move those over there. Make some more room. All right. Then Andrew's got Red Room. Several different... banned in 5 countries. First issue with variants. We got the red issue, and then we have several of the purple ones as well. Of Red Room. And again, guys, when it comes to these modern books, do I press them? Do modern books need pressing? Sometimes they do. Not always. And I have not inspected these books thoroughly as of yet. Andrew came to the shop. He dropped them off. We had a chat. Had a look at a couple, and they looked like they've been very well taken care of. So what I will now do is I'll open each one. I'll inspect them, and if they don't need a press, then I won't press them. There's no need to put. I don't want to put a comic through all that unless it absolutely needs it. So we'll have a look. Oh, another copy of the Nice House in the Lake Book 1. That's 7 copies of that. Then we have a Nice House on the Lake. This is a variant, black label copies right there. And then we have also a 4th copy of Star Wars Bounty Hunters featuring the Boba Fett cover. Sweet. Andrew, thank you so much for your submission, my friend. Thank you for your patience as well. And thank everybody for their patience. I know it's been a long haul. These are going to get out to CGC probably early next week to mid next week, finally. And maybe if you're lucky, Andrew, they'll get tossed in that new beta program that CGC has, where they'll get through your modern books quicker. We'll see. Not for sure, but you never know. Okay, so next. And finally, actually, let's go over to the chat room. We got about 16, 17 people here. Let's see if anybody's chatting up. Oh boy, there's some chats going on there. Let's go over and have a look and see everybody. How you doing, guys? Let's see here. I'll bring that chat over. Here we go. Dennis is here. Hey, Dennis is a regular, man. Thanks for coming, Dennis. Appreciate you hanging out. Jingle jangle of Spurs. Make that 3, partner. Yep. Had 3. Michael, he's 1 minute late. I demand a refund on this free show. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know what? And the reason I'm late is because I was on Robert Meyer Burnett's show last night, and my cameras don't like the software he uses, so I had to change my video capture device. It was a big mess. Anyways, when I got back onto this morning, things weren't working quite as they usually do, so I was a little bit late. Sorry. I like the intro music, but can I request Africa by Toto? I can't. If I do that, I get in trouble. If I request actual real music, they'll demonetize me, and I got to make my 4 cents every week. Apparently, I've made 4 cents already. So that's pretty good. At that rate, I made 4 cents in 2 days. Not bad. Like Jonah Hex, yeah. Jamie Knott, just off 12-hour night shift. Hopefully I can stay awake. Oh, Jamie, go to sleep, brother. Catch us later, my man. And Jamie, I saw your books in my full. Like, I'm there. I'm getting. You're close. You're close, which is fantastic. We can finally put that credit to good use. Dennis, love the show with RMB. Yeah, it was good. But you know what? When you're on Robert Meyer Burnett's show, and I was going to write him a letter and tell him this, he is so articulate and knowledgeable when it comes to everything, fan culture and Hollywood, that it's intimidating, but you sound like you're a kind of a Cro-Magnon man next to him. I just don't feel like I bring enough to the table when I'm next to him. He's just so smart, nice, and a super nice guy, a genuine guy. So if you haven't been over to the Burnett work, get over there and give him a follow and a subscription, because he's excellent. And you'll really like his show. He's got a new show right now called Hollywood Half and Half. So if you're a Hollywood fan, every morning, I think probably in about an hour from now, he's going to have, he does a half-hour show where he talks about all the latest Hollywood news. So if you are, and he does it in 30 minutes, it's done. So if you are into, speccing books, he'll talk about that stuff too. So keep your ear open, give him a listen. You're getting good at the social media thing. Yeah, Wayne, I'm trying. My daughter's impressed. You got over 1,000 followers. That's hard to do on YouTube. It is hard to do on YouTube, man. To get 1,000 subscribers is really not easy, guys. It took almost better part of a year. Jamie, I'm afraid Kevin's voice is too soothing. You will be passed out in 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey there. No, I don't have a good voice for radio, that's for sure. Dennis, why does Jonah Hex have no cheek? Batman rode with Jonah. He will know. I have no idea. That the weird piece of skin that just kind of. I just want to kind of go. Let me get that for you, Jonah. Let me a pair of scissors and cut that for you. Michael, Wayne, Kevin is social media darling. Getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah, don't tell him that. For leaving a comment for the $250 gift certificate, it is any video you have ever made. Or okay, yes, that's a good question, Michael. What I do is I go back to my last, right after every video that happened after my 1,000 subscriber draw. Yeah, I don't go all the way back. Should I go all the way back? I don't think I should go all the way back. Let's be honest. People do go back and watch old videos, but generally speaking, especially with live shows like this, and which I've kind of made this a live show now, which I prefer. It's a lot easier to do than editing, man. I tell you. I'd rather spend an hour on here shooting the breeze with you guys than sitting in front of the computer editing and making it look all nice and fancy. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, to answer your question again, Michael, I'm going to go from every video after my 1,000 subscriber draw. Every video after that. I'm already almost at 1,100, which is bonkers. It's fantastic. So again, thank you so much. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Get us to that 1,500 mark sooner so I can give out some more prizes. Dennis, anonymity is a spiritual foundation. Oops, wrong chat. Dennis, pull it out and turn the pages, please. ASM Annual 1 will be mine one day. Yeah, Michael, that book is also pretty awesome. A pretty hot book. Michael then says, Star Wars #1 does have an imperfection. If you look closely, you can see Jar Jar Binks in the far background saying, Misa thinks this a 9-0. Yeah, good one. No, that book, I'm telling you, as soon as I saw that book, I'm like, this is not a 9-0. They were really, it was a different grading company back then. It was a different grading company back then, I tell you. They were far more stringent than they are now. Like, I'm looking at the Star Wars #1 right now, and again, I can maybe see a little... No, this book is good. It's beautiful. This book is stunning. It's a stunner. I think I see a little dent there, which is beautiful. I hope there are dents in this. I told the owner, I said, I hope there's dents in the body of this book. Because that's maybe why it got a 9. And I can fix those. And this baby's going to come back maybe a 9.6, 9.8. That'll be fantastic. The book is worth so much in that grade. Where are we now? Dennis, yay, yippee, go Picard. Picard, Star Trek. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Eraserhead. Michael, Tony upset me at the auction. How dare he show off his $1 million showcase #4? That was a restored copy, right? Don't think it was a 9.6 showcase 4. It's still gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting how beautiful the book is or how important the book is. There's nothing wrong with restored books, guys. Yeah, Tony's got some good stuff, and he'll be back. And guys, actually, I was talking to Roy this morning, and he wants to do another one next week. I'm like, oh my God, really? He goes, 'tis the season, Kevin. 'Tis the season. It is Christmas time. Let's get these books to the people. So we are looking at potentially next Wednesday for another sale. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know first. And I think Tony will be there again. He'll bring more stuff. And I'm thinking of doing just a really quiet, intimate sale with you folks here. You know, I'll set something up here or just show books kind of like, hey, here we now have a Star Wars #1, and you can be yours do something like that. I don't know. I might do that myself because, again, that collection I have, that box I showed you guys of the secondary keys or maybe third tier keys is sitting right there. It has not moved. So I'd rather just sell them, all right? And that 14 box collection is going to go to my shop soon. So any local people that are listening, Luke and everybody else, I'm going to have them I'm not sure if I'm going to do $5 a book or $10 a book. I got to look through them one more time. But once I get them at the shop, I'll have like a Sunday or a Saturday, Sunday where I'm there for 3 hours each day. You can come and you can pillage the collection and there's a lot of $20, $30, $40, $50 books in there. I don't care. Take them away. All right, so that's what I'll be doing in the coming weeks, that's for sure. Dennis, gorgeous covers, all of them, that is for sure. Ooh, just jumped on the chat, jumped again on me. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Okay. Nice house in the lake. Have a crappy shed by a puddle. That's good, Mike. Gifts and shiggles. I got to go to the store. Well, you can come to the store, Dennis, but you're going to take a couple of flights to get here. Hey, Real Hyperion, how's it going? Welcome. This is an early morning chat. Well, I guess early morning for me. It's 11 o'clock. I usually do this in the afternoon, but I have a lunch date at noon, so I got to get going. But I want to get on here and do this What's in the Press. And I think you're going to like this next batch of books coming up from Mike Q out of Nepean, Ontario. That's out by Ottawa, by our nation's capital. He's got some sweet books. I'm going to show those to you to finish this up in a moment or two. CGC gives new books with their wavy covers 9.8 as long as it has other. That's right, and that's true. Davy Clark talks about the wavy cover syndrome, right? That we see in a lot of modern books. And the reason we see these wavy covers, my friends, if you ever notice the really, really wavy ones, open them up and have a look. What you're going to see is usually a lot of dark ink on the other side, or even on the front too. If the covers are dark, like for example, the one that I always think of is Spider-Verse. You know, the first Spider-Gwen there. That purple and a white cover, that purple causes those waves. Now, can I get those out? Yeah, you can get them out. But I've also seen them get 9.8s with the wavy cover, my friends. It is one of those conditions that CGC is well aware of. They know that modern papers have that tendency, and it's just something that comes with the territory, right? Now, again, it can be taken. If you want to get rid of it, you can. But if you have a book that's wavy, but otherwise is beautiful, it's probably going to get a 9.8. So save your money. You don't have to get it pressed. All right. Mike, how are you, Mike Catalano? How you doing, my friend? Good morning. If I had a tech partner we would rule the cyber world, all females apply. Dennis, Dennis, listen, man, I checked my YouTube analytics, and I think I have like 98.9% male following. So we're okay. And my wife has nothing to worry about. R&B shows starts right now. No. He starts later. He's California time, right? Wait, is it starting now? He could be on now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is on now. I don't think so. Well, Dennis, if he's on now, you got to make a choice, brother. You got to make a choice. Mike Catalano, what's the biggest grade bump you've ever helped accomplish? Well, the most recent one in my memory came from one of my clients in Florida, and he had an 8.5 Amazing Spider-Man 129, and it jumped to a 9.6. That was the most recent one. And then Chris M, who's on here sometime, this goes back a while, he bought a collection, and it came with, I think it was a 7.5. It was a 7.5 ASM 129 as well, and it jumped. Oh, Mike, I wish you were here to tell me. I always forget. It either jumped to a 9.4. I think it was a 9.2 or a 9.4. 7.5 to a 9.2 or a 9.4. It was crazy. His mind exploded. I couldn't believe it. So those were two big ones, both ASM 129s. I told Burnett yesterday I had a giant size X-Men 1. This is a good story. The Toronto Comic Book Show, and we're all waiting for it to start back up again. Come on, Rob, get that sucker going. If the Toronto Comic Book Show always gave out door prizes, and a few years ago, when Giant Size X-Men #1 wasn't quite so, expensive, he had a copy of Giant Size X-Men 1 graded 5.5, I think it was. Either 5, it's on my Instagram. You got to scroll right down. It's either 5 or 5.5, and I bumped that to an 8. Unbelievable. And it was hilarious is Rob gave the book away as a 5, and was it Tyler who gave me the book? I forget the gent's name now. I remember I'm not going to say his last name. It was Tyler H. Anyways, he gave me the book. I did the work, came back an 8. I took a picture. I sent it to Rob. I go, why are you giving out 8.0s of Giant Size X-Men? He's like, what? He couldn't believe it bumped up so high. So those are a few good ones there. Oh, I did a TMNT not too long ago, #1. It was a 7.5. It jumped up to 5.5, and it jumped up to an 8 as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. That was a pretty big bump. First printing. That was about 5 months ago I did that one. That was crazy too. Dennis, yes. Live YT, live TV. Thank you, Michael. I'm running with the Coyotes if I don't get my butt in gear. Wayne, CGC grading is so weird lately, Kevin. That ASM 300 you did for me looked great and got a 6. Same as the Avengers 8. Weird. It looked way better. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm seeing, I'll be honest, if you watched the unboxing yesterday, that Daredevil #1 and that Avengers #1. Hey, look, the owner's happy. And you know who you are. I think he's watching. How you doing? He's happy. But I'm going to tell you, I didn't grade him that great. I graded that Avengers #1 at the most a 2, maybe a 1.82. The spine, it was anyways. And the Daredevil had a tear in it like this. And it came back a 3. So yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. They're being really easy on the older books now. I don't know. Guys, again, I keep saying this. It's a matter of them figuring things out, hiring new graders, them getting the lay of the land, becoming comfortable with the process, I suppose, and we're going to see a little more. I think we're in for some more strange grades in the weeks and months ahead. I was joking about acrylic removal with a vacuum seal. Okay, here is in you mind your hex. I just got. I'm not sure. Oh, Jonah Hex. Okay, we're going back to that. $5 a book sold. Yeah, Michael, it'll be if I go there, it'll be a great deal. I'm probably leaning more towards a $10, but I'll give a deal. I'll do $10 a book or 12 for 100 or something like that. I'll figure something out. I'll make it definitely worth your while. And Dennis says, I'd not fly human machines. Don't trust them. The cyber-Earth connection is fine. And yes, my computer is a machine, but don't tell her. She thinks that she is a cosmic entity with amazing powers. This reminds me of that movie with Joaquin Phoenix, Her. I haven't seen that one yet. I want to see it. My chores are about to blow their top. Rob can wait, but the errands are miffed. Well, then get to it, Dennis, and get to it. Luke, I believe San Diego Comic-Con is this week? This week? Are they doing one this week? Oh, you know what? I think you're right. Dennis, I think you are right. James, how you doing from New Mexico? Bit early today. Sorry about that. You know what? Can someone confirm that? Dennis, you can confirm that. You're down in California. Is there San Diego Comic-Con going on this week? I think it is. Strange Grades. Yeah, getting used to that. Michael, I think I know what is happening at CGC. I started working there 1 month ago. No, you did not. Oh. Well, if that's the case, then Michael, I want you to grade my books. Yeah, I heard Her is good. I want to watch that. Go to Facebook Marketplace for all my great deals. Yes, remember, guys, if you want some awesome comic book deals, get over to Facebook Marketplace. Wayne, give them your name again so they can get over there and find you. Look up Wayne Def, I think it is, on Facebook Marketplace, and you'll find some great comic books and great deals. And he will... He'll figure it all out. I'll continue with these books while Dennis is looking to see what's up with the San Diego Comic-Con. But I think he's right. I think the San Diego Comic-Con, Luke, is this week because they had to postpone it. But I have also a feeling that it's going to be a watered-down version, kind of like our Fan Expo up here in Toronto, which got a lot of people pretty upset because it was not that great. Okay, so listen, guys. I've got one more little order to show you. I wouldn't say a little order, about 7 or 8 books. From, again, Mike out of Nepean, Ontario. Nepean, again, is... out by our nation's capital in Ottawa. Check out these. I don't like to show these ones because I want these. I want these books, Michael. I'm not going to buy them off you. I'm not going to even... I want these books. I need these books. Here we go. We start off with an Amazing Spider-Man number 4. I know when Henry watches this, he's going to be very happy because he loves these Silver Age books. And again, congratulations to Henry H. from Quebec as well, for winning my Google review draw. A $100 gift card goes to Henry. And Henry's quite happy because he's got a stack of books over there I'm going to apply that $100 to. All right, so a really nice copy of the first appearance of Sandman. Put that over here like so. And then he has also a really nice copy, and these are not bad grades at all. Amazing Spider-Man 6, a first appearance of the Lizard. And all these early ASM books are just hot, hot, hot. I still think it was funny when the Far From Home trailer came out a few years back, and we saw that water elemental creature, and everyone swore it was, Hydro Man. That first appearance of Hydro Man was at 212 ASM. No, what's ASM around there? ASM 209 or 208. Anyways. That book went crazy. Everybody was looking for that Hydro Man appearance. And then as soon as we realized it wasn't Hydro Man, 9/8 just dropped. Mike also, oh, look at this. Oh, he's killing me. First appearance of Doc Ock. Amazing Spider-Man number 3. And this one right now, this book's probably going to grade out at around, in the 3.35 range probably. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Of course, I'm not looking at the back cover yet. And guys, the back cover is important too. We always grade our books, right, by the front cover. You got to look at the back. The back is 50% of the book right there in terms of how they're going to grade it, how they're going to grade that book. So always take a book out of the sleeve when you're grading them and check out the back because there could be some stories back there you don't know about. Amazing Spider-Man number 14. First appearance of the Green Goblin. Again, not a bad copy at all. Gorgeous book. Michael, I am jealous. You've got some. I've got a copy of this one. Mine's a 6, which is not so bad, but I need all these other ones. I really wish I had them. Now, if you saw my thumbnail, we saw this book here. First appearance of the Black Panther. We had a copy of this one on here last week too, I believe. And Fantastic Four 52. And I still think this book has room to shoot up as well. Really nice book. Fantastic Four 49. Okay. Then we have... We'll throw a DC... How about a DC book? We had any DC books today? I don't think we have. Anyways, first appearance of Deadman in Strange Tales number 205. That's a nice copy. I love that book too. What a great cover. Just love it. Beautiful. And that's not a bad condition book either. You're looking at probably, yeah, you know what? Without taking it out and having a closer look, we're probably looking at upwards of an 8.59 on that. Maybe even higher. I don't know. I haven't looked at it closely, but nice book. Another biggie here, guys. We have a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 101. The first appearance of your favorite pseudo-vampire, Morbius, and mine. Very nice. Very cool. And that one's probably going to be around a 7.5. Not a bad looking book. And last, but certainly not least, with a giant piece of paper obscuring the cover, which I'll take out right now so you can enjoy it fully. A copy of Silver Surfer number 1. Not a bad looking book. I sold a copy of this at our sale on Friday at a 5.5. So that's a nice looking book as well. Beautiful book, a book that's trending up as well. And that, my friends, is Michael's collection of beautiful silver, I guess a couple of Bronze Age, was there one Bronze Age book? Gorgeous. And I really am jealous of these early Amazing Spider-Man books. Very, very, very jealous. I had them all at one time. I did. I had them all. And I stupidly got rid of them, and I'll explain that story. There was a shop in Oshawa called Ken's Comics, and I used to go to Ken. There's 2 comic shops back in the day, and Ken was a shop I frequented as well, and owned by Ken Shop A out here in Oshawa. And Ken was a interesting fella, and he had a lot of awesome collectibles. But he had a lot. Whenever Spider-Man books came in, he called me. He said, "Kevin, book came in," and I'd go and pick up the books. He knew I was trying to put an ASM run together, and and he goes, "All of them came in. All of them came in." So I got there, and they were all there. And I already had number 1, but he had 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 20. So I bought them all. But they were rough. They were falling apart. The pages were spines detached, chunks missing. But what the hell? I bought them all. They were like $5, $10 a book back then, right? So I bought them all. I came home. I read them all. And as I'm reading the books, they're falling apart. And I kind of said, you know what? I don't want them. These books are too rough. So I called Ken back. I said, Ken, can I trade these back in and for something? Yeah, come on, bring them back. Have your money back. No worries. I brought them back, gave it to him. All those early ASM books. Got my refund. Never replaced them. Those books would probably grade out, 0.5, 1, 1.5, maybe 1.8. Still worth a pretty penny today, and I got rid of them. What a bozo. What a bozo I was to call Ken and give those all back. Let's see what you guys are saying, then I'm going to get out of here because I got a lunch waiting for me. Let's see if Dennis found out if it is this weekend. Michael beat him to it. I can confirm San Diego Comic-Con, November 26 to 28. Nice. Well, if you're down in that area and you can go and enjoy the Comic-Con, have a great time. Be safe, wear your mask and bring your hand sanitizer with you to make sure you keep your distance from people. Yeah, Dennis said the comic convention is rolling in. That's cool, man. I mean, that's good. It's good they're doing it. I don't know. I don't know if these watered down shows. Look, I'm going to be honest. The big comic conventions like the Fan Expo and the big Chicago show and New York Comic Con and Fan Expo, are they really comic conventions or are they, more fan conventions? And that's what they've become. You got everyone dressing up as their, with their cosplay. People selling, those, I don't really care for them, selling those little pops, walls of pops everywhere and, toys and just paraphernalia, T-shirts and whatever, props. That to me, is that a comic convention? I think it's an element of a comic convention, but to me, the comic conventions are the ones when you go to a hall or an area where you have maybe 50 vendors, 100 vendors, whatever, and it's comic books. 98% comic books. There's nothing else. You might have an area with toys or whatever, but it's primarily comic books. And the ones that I used to go to when I was like in high school, when I was 14, 15 years old, they had conventions, like I said, over on McCall, the art gallery, not the art gallery, so the Ontario College of Art, downtown Toronto. My dad would drive me there, drop me off. I would never do that. My daughter, 14, I wouldn't drive her to Toronto and drop her off at a convention and pick her up 4 hours later. Yeah, right. Times were different, weren't they? My dad would drive me downtown, drop me off, say, I'll see you in 3 hours right here. I'd go and I'd spend all my money, but when I'd go to these conventions, you'd have, artists there selling their original art for like $50 for a page. Oh my God. You'd have, all the key books there. Everything you'd want would be there. And it was all comic books. That's a comic convention. And those are the ones I love. And to be honest, Rob's, I mentioned it already earlier, the Toronto Comic Book Show, which I would assume is going to start back up in the new year. If COVID keeps, staying the way it's kind of going, not trending up, but trending kind of this way, hopefully down. He'll start it back up again. That to me is a true comic convention because it's all comic books. Everyone there is for the comic books. Not to say I don't like going to Fan Expo, and meeting celebrities and seeing cosplayers. That's fun too, but I don't know if I'd call it a comic convention. What do you think? ASM number 4 for $5. Yeah, I know. I was a ding dong. Joining late, Peter, how's it go? Congrats. That's slightly annoying. Okay. So please, yes, tell me about the ads. I don't see the ads. When do the ads come on? And is it stopped? Is it in the middle of the show? Is it in the beginning of the show? At the end of the show? I don't know. It tells me they just kind of put them there. I don't know. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hey, listen, I made 4 cents in 3 days. So those ads are working. I made 4 cents in 3 days. Those ads are working. Love that first Doc Ock. Yeah, it's awesome. ASM 101 Dibs. Tell me about it. Yeah, Family E. You know what? If you guys are on any of the comic Facebook groups, Paul Stan. Paul Stan's like famous on there now. He's a Toronto dude. Well, just west of Toronto, northwest of Toronto. But he had all of those same books for sale this past Sunday. I'm like, oh, buy them all. He had them all. He had the Sandman, the Ock. He had Electro. Sandman, Ock, Electro. I think he had another 2 that I needed. Oh, Lizard. And I'm like, Vulture, number 2. And I'm like, 10 grand. I would have bought them all. But they're all graded. They're all decent grades. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I want to be the guy who goes to the yard sale and finds them. That's what I want. I know those days are pretty much done, but you never know, right? Can I bring these ASM back? I hate making money. I know. Ken gave me all my money back. I didn't sell them back. He just gave me my money back. He knew they were going to sell the next day, and they probably did. Conventions are what the fans bring. Sorry, conventions are what the fans bring, and no, not a lot of long boxes. Exactly. Dennis Emmond. He means Funko Pop toys, not pop soft drinks. No, Funko Pops. They're fine and everything, I think Funko Pops this whole trend is like my kids have some Funko Pops, but I don't want one. I don't want any Funko Pops. I don't want a single freaking Funko Pop. I have some Sideshow. Look, guys, if I ever get to the point where I can actually have a space where I can outfit all my collection behind me, like, Rob does on his show, I think you'd be amazed at some of the stuff I have. I got quite a collection too. Now mine's all vintage. Where Rob's into the Hot Toys stuff, the new stuff, I like the old stuff. And it's nostalgia for me. And I played with this stuff and it just holds a dear place in my heart, right? And I still got to do another Mego video actually, but on my superhero Megos. But I like the Sideshow statues. I know they cost like $1,000 a pop, but I mean, I love them. They're beautiful. And yeah, so that's what I want. I don't want Pops. Pops to me are just, I don't know, landfill. I don't know. But that's me. If you love them, that's great. I'm not trying to rain on your parade. Just not my cup of tea, that's all. Okay, Dennis, where, when, vendors, flea markets. Yes, there are occasionally comic vendors at LA. Darn right they are. LA flea markets are great. I was at a couple. When I was there a few years ago. Family in Florida too. When I was driving through Florida, we found like little and like upstate New York, man. Buffalo's got great yard sales, man. A lot of old houses, a lot of old stuff. Love it. Dennis Mason, all of the comic book stores closed. How about that? Really? Where? In LA? No, there's some in LA. Sneaky ads. Michael, do you remember the Messianic Temple and when they held comic conventions there? Michael, are you talking about Oshawa? Or are you talking about Toronto? Because there's a Messianic Temple in Oshawa too, with all the different Freemason stuff everywhere. I don't remember any there. I don't think so. Anyway, Luke, ads at the start. Okay, Well, that's not bad. At least it's not cutting me off to give you ads. Hey, Luke, man, I'm making 4 cents, man. I made 4 cents in 4 days. Those ads are not going anywhere. You have to watch the ads when you first click on the show and just before the show starts if you are already waiting. Oh, is that right? Okay. Canada is permeating all of YouTube. Should I be afraid? We're coming to get you, Dennis. We're coming to get you. Luke, 4 cents, you got YouTube money now. I know. I know, I'm rich. I'm rich. On live show, the ad comes on when you join. Okay, thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. Well, whatever. You know what? It's a step. I think it's a step in that direction. I could turn it off, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I was thinking about doing. What do you guys think of this? I'm going to get going in a second because I do have to rush out in a minute. But what do you think of this? Like, I mean, when you have thousands of followers, I can understand super chats. The super chats, if you look at the bottom there, guys, I think it's right there. You see a little number sign, right? If you click on that, you can send me a tip. If you want to, go ahead. I'm not going to say no, but you don't have to, of course. But I understand when you have like thousands and thousands and thousands of followers and you're getting the chats going crazy, you can't answer all the questions. So what a lot of these YouTubers do, and I mean, this is how John Campia started it. He would just say, if you send me a super chat, I'll get to your question first. And so people started doing the super chats, and that's cool. I don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. I can talk to all of you right now nicely, and that's fine. But to try to make a bit of money, I don't know if this is even allowed or not, or if you've seen this before. What if I were to say this? All right, guys. And I wouldn't do books like this. Here we got an ASM 14. And do a draw, a super chat draw. Is that legal? I don't even know if it's legal or not. Can you do that and say, okay, this book is worth $1,000. I need to get 13 people, $100 each. And we'll do the draw when all 13 people jump in. Can you do that? Is that allowed? I don't know. Now, understand YouTube takes 30% of all super chats. So that's why I said 1,300, right? I get the money I'm looking for, and somebody gets that book for $100, right? Is that legal? I don't know if it is. I know they do it on Facebook and what have you, but this is a lot more in your face. I don't know if it's a legal thing to do. It's like a draw on YouTube. Has anybody done that before? Hey, Brew, how's it going? Michael, I'm talking about Toronto Masonic Temple. I also used to go to the one in the basement on the Sheridan or Hilton on University Avenue in Toronto, the hotel with the glass elevator. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I heard of the Masonic ones out there. I never went to those ones. I always went to the ones, I would imagine they were put on by Silver Snail because it was very close to Silver Snail. It was in a hall at OCAD, the Ontario College of Art and Design. Yeah. Dennis, exactly. Chats that scroll at the speed of light are not fun. I watch these YouTubers, and I think Burnett did that too for a while. But I remember John Campia when he went over to his own, when he left Collider and went over to his own. And Campia's another guy I watch. He does a lot. He talks a lot about superhero movies and fandom movies, and I like that. So I listen to his channel. I watch his channel as well. But when he first started his own YouTube channel, at first he was taking Twitter questions. You tweeted a question, he answered them on YouTube. Then he went over to the chat, and then he would just answer the questions as they came. But then they started going so fast. The chats were going so fast, he would just randomly pick them, and he'd miss a whole bunch. And he said, listen, if you want me to answer your question, if it's that important to you, send me a couple of bucks, and I'll directly answer your question. And then it went crazy, right? And then that's how he makes, I think, most of his money is through super chats and tips. It's crazy. Let's bid. Yeah, I don't know. Is bidding allowed? I'm not a lawyer and knowing nothing about the law, but I guarantee it is 100% legal. It is, really? You know what? I'm going to see a lawyer friend of mine next week, and that's a question I'm going to ask him to look into, because I wouldn't do books like that. That to me is high roller stuff, and I don't want people losing $100 if they don't, that to me scares me. But if I have a book like, some of those modern books I showed earlier, and they're like $30, $40 books, and I say, okay, guys, we'll do this one for four out of, draw of $4, $10, $12 per person to cover off that 30% that I get nailed, or I'll figure that all out and say, you want this book, when this draw, put, next year, super chat, put A, 10, 8, or whatever, and you figure out who's in the draw, and then we go and we see. That'd be kind of neat. I'm not sure if YouTube's the place for it, but YouTube's easier because the super chat's built right in. I don't know. I'll think about it. I think they have to be legal age. Other than that, it should be fine. Luke, okay, all right. I've seen channels closed down for turning into ads. Yeah, I'd look at. And I hope you'll tell me if the ads become stupid, like annoying, let me know. Like I'm an actual, I have a YouTube account. I don't see ads on YouTube. I pay the whatever $14 a month because I'm on YouTube a lot, and I use YouTube honestly more than I use Spotify. I have the podcast going while I'm working. I listen to the podcasts all day long. So for me, I don't want to hear ads. So I pay the whatever the YouTube premium is. I pay that, and so I don't see ads. But for those of you that don't have that and see the ads, let me know if it becomes like overbearing, where you're getting too many, if you're being bombarded with ads. If so, let me know, and I'll turn some of them off. I know I can select when they come on and off. So please let me know, okay? I've seen channels closed down for turning into ads. In other words, people soliciting money in their and their channels were closed, soliciting from, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I don't want. And I was not joking about bidding. I was getting a James Bond at the auction vibe. The one problem with that, the raffle, is what about shipping to international places? It might get confusing. Yeah, I mean, that would have to, you know what I would do in that case, Michael, you see all this area here around me, all this blue and the chat window over here and all this banners down there. I'm pointing on the banners over there. Pointing and the banners down here. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I would have all that outline there, you know, like shipping information and how to bid. I'd have all the instructions on there, and I would go really slow to start. I mean, I maybe do 5 books and see if it worked. And I mean, if it worked, because that might be a lot of fun, like a Predator book or one of those 9/8 I got back. They were $300, you know. But again, the thing is, my question is, okay, what if I say I need five people in the draw and only 4 people show up? Then what? Then I can't do the draws while I have that 5th person. That's a problem. And what happens if I say only 4 people and then 5 people send money? That's another problem too. It's hard to time it. It's not in real time. There's a lag here, and because there's a lag, yeah, that might be a problem. I have another idea how that might work too. I might have put a timer up, and then say, you know. I'm not sure how I would do that. That might be that's going to be a problem. I think the timing of it all might be the issue. Anyway, something to think about. Run raffles from your store. You mean set up the computer at the store, Peter? Is that what you mean? Like take this whole setup to my store? If that's what you mean, that might be hard. I mean, this is all not going anywhere. This is my heart of my office, and to move all this to my shop would be a bugger. I just dropped a Mac at my computer, an old Mac I used to use. That probably could work, but then don't have a good camera. I'd have to kind of reset up all the different software. I don't know. We'll see. 3B, man. Ads are fine, just like every other channel. Only gets bad when they put multiple on one video. Don't think it applies to live shows. The ads only appear at the start. Well, that's okay then. Yeah, I don't want them stopping and having like 15 ads. That would irritate anybody. I don't mind those ones that start and you got to skip them. I don't care about those. Those aren't too bad. Luke, someone was looking for a Predator 198 on Facebook. I just saw that. I sent him a message actually because I have that one for sale. Dennis, I had to alert Sasha, YouTuber, about her super sexy pointing at the banner. Then I felt like a creepy old prude. Oh, what was that today? Somebody, I don't know what Facebook group it was. I really got to get going, guys. But I'll say this and I'll take off. But someone on a Facebook group said, I'm in love with the girl who plays opposite Remmer in this new Hawkeye show. And she goes, I have a crush on her. The problem is I'm like 15, 20 years older than her. Is that creepy? I'm like, well, I don't think it's creepy. I think it's creepy if you start going to her, trying to find out where she lives. You know, then it becomes creepy. I think you can admire someone for their good looks and the way they look and what have you. You can have a crush on somebody, you know, but it's when you take it to the next level and you start trying to find them and to locate them and believe that they are your secret, soulmate, then it becomes problematic. But from afar, if you think someone's attractive from afar and you leave them alone, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. Did you put a delay on your stream? Nope. No, I have no delay on my stream, but I think it takes that from what I'm saying right now takes about 6 seconds to get to you. It's just the stream. It's the connection. It's the actual connection, right? But listen, guys, I have to get out of here. I have to meet a dude in about 20 minutes, and I have to organize some stuff before I go there. So thank you so much for coming by this morning. I hope you enjoyed those comics I've selected for you. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. There's 13 of you in here right now. 12 likes. I had almost 20 people here today, and I only have 12 likes. What's that? That's not right. Anyways, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Hey, it increases your chance of winning some cool stuff when I get to those milestone numbers in my subscription rate. So, guys, thanks again. Have a great day. I'll be back probably sometime this week for another video. I want to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home again. I got some other things I want to talk about there. And hey, if another CGC box comes back, maybe I'll do another unboxing as well. All right, until then, guys, have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.